Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters of this constant conflict we call life, I stand before you today not to soothe you with lovely lies, but rather to strike you in the face with terrible truth. Whether we acknowledge it or not, I'm here to discuss the unpleasant taste of quitting, something we have all experienced at some time. Indeed, I am referring about the instant when the strain becomes intolerable, when the walls close in, when the storm gets too strong, and you begin to consider maybe, just maybe, it would be simpler to give up. You quit, though, and let me make one point very plain. You vanish. It is not sugar-coated. You are signing your own defeat the instant you choose to pull out the towels. You are giving up to the forces that challenge you. Those forces are always greater than you. Let's explore this more, though. Why did we give up? What is it that drives us toward almost total surrender? Anxiety, suffering, tiredness, every one of the above, those are only illusions, carefully veiled traps your own mind set to prevent you from achieving brilliance. One burglar robbing you of your potential is fear. It tells lies in your ear, persuading you that you are unworthy, not intelligent, not powerful enough. The harsh reality is, though, that fear is only as strong as you let it be. It lives on your uncertainties and feeds on your misgivings. It loses its hold the instant you choose to face it and gaze it down. Still, if you allow it, anxiety will overwhelm you. And the moment you give in, the moment you stop out of anxiety, you miss the possibility to ever know what you may have been. If you only hang on, you lose the war, the battle, and all you may have won. Then there comes agony, a misery, the enormous homogenizer. Everybody goes through that. Physical, emotional, mental anguish. These are the flames shaping your character. The drawback is that discomfort is transient. It arrives, stays, and then leaves scars that act as reminders of your conflicts. If you decide to keep on battling, those scars are medals of valor, though. Quitting, however, turns that suffering into something lifelong. It defines you, not only scars you. Every time you give up, you are choosing to live in the shadow of what might have been, therefore turning into the chains binding you to a lifetime of regret. Still, another beast completely is exhaustion. It's easy to believe that stopping, resting, or quitting is the only way to fix your shattered body, tired mind, crushed spirit. About tiredness, though, let me say something. It's a test. The universe is asking you exactly how badly you desire what you are seeking. When every muscle in your body is screaming for you to quit, do you desire it enough to drag yourself ahead through the tiredness? You will discover that tiredness is a liar if you do, if you can gather the will to walk just one more step than another. It indicates that you have hit your limit, but the reality is that your limitations are much beyond what you could possibly conceive. Although quitting is the simple approach, it is also the cowardly one. You lose a part of yourself when you quit, not only the battle right now. Every time you give up, you gently erasure your own essence and identity. Once the seed is sown, you begin to see quitting as a possibility. It permeates all aspects of your life, acting as if a cancer. You quit on your dreams. You quit on your relationships. You quit on yourself. And each time you give up, quitting once more gets easy. Before you know it, resigning is who you are, not only something you do. And you are already dead within at that point. You opted to give up, therefore you lost the game of life. Not because you lacked ability, but rather from choice. The fact is, though, quitting affects not only you. It affects everyone in your vicinity. You quit and your family, friends, co-workers all suffer. They lose a part of you they once loved as they see the light in your eyes dull, as the fire in your spirit burns out. Quitting is a communal as opposed to a personal setback. It infects people who look up to you, those who rely on you, those who believe in you, much as a sickness does. And with what then remain? Surrounded by the ruins of your abandoned dreams and damaged relationships, you find yourself empty shell what you may have been. Some of you now could be wondering, What if I'm not strong enough? Suppose I lack the means to keep on? And in that case, I say this: one cannot be born with strength. You build something from this. It is formed in the furnace of difficulty, cooled by the hammer of tenacity, and polished by the blade of discipline. You never find out by quitting how powerful you are. You learn by persevering, by refusing to give up, by standing tall even while the world tries to knock you down. Those who have overcome adversity, that is, those who have experienced it, battled it, and emerged from the other side stronger than ever, are the strongest people on earth. Quitting appeals to me. It offers a way out from the suffering and fight, relief. Still, that's a falsehood. Quitting provides regret rather than relief. It traps you in a cage of what-ifs and if-onlys, not provides a getaway. This siren melody drives you onto the mediocre rocks, where your potential is lost and your ambitions are crushed. Its lovely, dishonest melody should not fool you. Through the fight, through the suffering, through the tiredness, is the actual road to peace, fulfillment, success. You find your actual light in such gloomy times. Let's be honest though, occasionally resigning seems like the only choice. Quitting will seem like the compassionate option when you are depressed, when you have tried and failed more times than you can count, when the weight of the world is crushing you. Remember, though, that charity is for the weak. Your problems, your suffering, your tiredness are not important to life. It will keep throwing punches, knocking you down, prodding you toward breaking point. The issue is not whether life will be difficult, it will be, will you be harder? That is the issue. You must be unbreakable if you wish to succeed and if you wish to soar to the heights you dream of. You have to be the kind of person who views failure and responds, is that all you have? When struck down, you must be the kind of person that rises stronger, more determined, more relentless rather than merely gets back up. You have to be the kind of person who rejects defeat, who would sooner die on their feet than live on their knees, and who does not understand the meaning of the word quit. View your surroundings. People that have quit abound in the globe. Those who gave up on their aspirations, who settled for less, who turned themselves into mediocrity. Would you wish to be among them? Would you like to review your life and see a sequence of missed opportunities, broken pledges, and abandoned goals? Alternatively, do you want to look back and see a life lived to its best? One in which you battled for every inch, in which you bled, sweated, and cried but never ever quit. Since the truth is that quitting lacks grandeur. Giving up does not honor anything. Regret is the only thing resulting from giving up. And regret is a poison that slowly eats away at your happiness, tranquility, very core. You carry this weight with you for the rest of your life and it pulls you down. And the worst component is one is self-inflicted. You make the decision to stop. You decide to yield. You decide to fail. And for what? A break from relief? A brief haven from the suffering? Not worth it is what I say. Not worth your aspirations, your potential, your life. You were born for far more than that. You were born to struggle, to battle, to overcome. You were born to laugh in the face of hardship, to rise above the obstacles that try to knock you down, to head-on negotiate the storms of life. Born to be a conqueror, a champion, a warrior. And conquerors do not give up. They battle till their last breath, until they have nothing more to offer. Then they give more. Remember this the next time you find yourself inclined to give up. You quit. You give up. There are not do-overs, second chances, reset buttons. Your life is this one right now. You are not able to go back and give another try. All you have is this chance to show the world that you are not a quitter, that you are not a loser, that you are a force to be reckoned with. Remember why you started when you feel as though you cannot continue, when the suffering is too great, when the tiredness is debilitating. Recall the fire that propelled you, the enthusiasm that set off your goals. Recall that you are more resilient than your tiredness, harder than your suffering, and stronger than your anxieties. To leave now, you have come too far, battled too much, given too much sacrifices. Right now is yours. Your time is here. Your life is this one, and you lose all if you quit. Every hope, every aim, every ambition, gone. If you keep on, if you dig deep, if you push through the darkness, you will discover that the light on the other side is brighter than you could have ever dreamed. The triumph more glorious, the victory sweeter, the success more satisfying than anything you have ever known. Don't stop then. Persist. Don't let go. If you have to fight, strive, push, scratch, drag yourself on. But you dare not stop, because the only way you can really lose is by quitting. Plus, you are not a loser. You stand like a winner. You fight like a warrior. You are unstoppable. And nothing will never bring you down as long as you want to give up.